1720, two brothers watched a spider weave a web in the forest. In 1924, women built a market that refused to die. This summer, 11 men will walk onto a World Cup pitch wearing both stories on their chest. The wisdom of a god, the endurance of a mother, both...
Listen to the story behind the Ghana jersey, I would say that Ghana have one of the best, what would I say, like the best brain behind the design of the jersey. I'm telling you. Not like the look of the jersey, but the idea.
Look here, have you ever wondered what's the concept behind this Ghanaian official jersey for this year's World Cup? And you might see Ashamajan and Black Sheriff all rocking it, and you think it's just another Puma kit. But
the Ghana Football Association I released a documentary via Omode Chire Ghana Black Stars the jersey Yekwako Yusuf World Cup 2026. On Sabakon a white, almost say no ye away jersey, and a yellow one no and also a home jersey.
The Ghana jersey has now become a cultural identity. Guys, so recently there is a documentary that is that is out on the internet about how the design came about, what inspired the Ghana jersey design, what inspired them to put the web, how beautiful it comes out, the color, in fact, everything. And the world is actually shocked to hear the history of the Ghana Black Star jersey. Guys, I want you guys to take a look at this video. Watch from the beginning to the end, because this video, we need to learn. We need to see the beauty of Ghana. We need to see how intelligent Ghanaians are before they can be able to come out and pull these things together to form the Ghana jersey. The color, the design, in fact, everything was just perfect. It was just amazing. Take a look at this video. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and please subscribe to the channel. Watch from the beginning to the end. Please do not skip the ads. Let's take a look and we'll be right back.
In 1720, two brothers watched a spider weave a web in the forest. In 1924, women built a market that refused to die. This summer, 11 men will walk onto a World Cup pitch wearing both stories on their chest. The wisdom of a god, the endurance of a mother, both held together by a single black star. This is not a kit. This is not a jersey. This is a continuation.
When you listen to the story behind the Ghana jersey, I would say that Ghana have one of the best, what would I say, like the best brain behind the design of the jersey. I'm telling you. Not like the look of the jersey, but the idea behind the jersey. For the yellow one, for instance, like this, I never knew that they had anything to do with the Mokola people. So they said that the design of the yellow jersey that we are taking to the World Cup now, it has to do with the destroying and the rebuilding of the Mokola market and the way the Mokola looks, from the sky. So this jersey is like dedicating it to the Mokola women, which you barely hear their story, in Ghana's history. So understand that one. It makes total sense. You get it? But then for the white one, this is a very big platform that we have to echo, the story of Kukwanansi to the world. But then at least if you are going to tell the story of the Kente and you are giving credit to people, the least you people can do is at least mention the Ewe people alongside the Ashanti people, because it's like this thing for a long time you have been doing it. Why? Mentioning their name will not spoil anything. The reason why I have no problem when Ashantis are claiming the Kente is because they played a significant role in popularizing the Kente. That one there, the version of the Kente that we wear today is that of the Ashantis. That one you can't deny it. Because back then the Kente that they wore back in the day, it was mainly black and white. There is sometimes that they would dye it with the indigo and all of that, but mainly the Kente was black and white. One of the pivotal moments that sent the Kente into what it is today is around the 18th century under this particular king, King Opoku Wari I. He basically expanded the whole thing, establishing more workshops for the Kente, making it very popular, spreading it. It was even documented in this particular book written by Ludwig Roma called A Reliable Account of the Coast of Guinea. You can go and read that particular book. You'll find it in there. He wrote a lot of things about the Ashantis, about how the Ashanti people were blending their foreign materials like the foreign silk together with the local one that came from the raffia to get the Kente that we have. This is what distinguished the Ashantis own from the Ewe people. You barely hear this side of the history. So that's why I have no problem if the Ashantis are claiming the whole thing. But then we know that the history there, it goes way back to the Ewe people. Other than that, the weaving there, it has been there since. When you go to Nigeria, the Yoruba people, they have what they call asoke. It even predates the Kente that we have in Ghana. The weaving process is not really the same. But then when you look at the looming, they use the same now strip weaving process that has been there like way back. Not to start anything. The story behind both jerseys makes sense, but at least the least we can do is add these people, their story to the Kente.
In 1720, two brothers walked into the forest. Their names were Opoku and Ameao. They were hunters from the Ashanti hills, looking for traps, looking for food, looking for nothing they would actually find. What they found that night was a spider. The Akans called him Anans, the trickster god, the keeper of every story ever told. The one who carried so many tales in his body that the sky god Nyame turned him into a spider so he could weave them forever. The brothers stood still. They watched him work. Moonlight on silk, Threads crossing threads, a pattern emerging from a single thread and patience. By morning, they were no longer hunters. When they laid the first cloth before the Asante Haini, the first king of the Ashanti, he looked at it once and named it Kente. But every weaver in Ashanti has always known the truth. It was never just cloth, it was a web. This is the away jersey, white. The color of the first cloth Anans taught them to weave. The threads crossing it in red, yellow, and green. The colors of the flag. At the center, the black star, not stitched on top of the web, inside it, held by the same threads that have held this nation for 300 years. When a black star wears this jersey, he is not wearing fabric. He is wearing wisdom given to 2 hunters by a spider in the forest at night. Now look up, above Accra, from the sky, Makola, built in 1924, dynamited to the ground in 1979 by soldiers who blamed the women for an economy that was never their fault. The women rebuilt it. Because Makola is what happens when a woman wakes at 4 in the morning, balances a bowl on her head, and walks into the city to feed her children with whatever she can sell by noon. Every black star who has ever pulled on this jersey had a mother or a grandmother who walked to Makola. Some walked there themselves as children, holding their mother's wrapper, watching her count coins on a wooden bench. This is where Ghana eats. This is where Ghana lives. This is where Ghana refuses to die. This is the home jersey. Sunny yellow, the color of Makola from above in the morning. A sea of umbrellas, a sea of cloth, a sea of light. When a black star plays in this jersey on foreign soil, he is carrying every woman who has ever sold something at Makola so her son could afford boots. He is carrying his mother's hands, his grandmother's bowl, 100 years of women who refuse to stop. So when the black stars walk out in Toronto against Panama, when they face England in Boston, when they meet Croatia in Philadelphia, they will not walk alone. Because every Ghanaian watching from Accra to London, from Kumasi to New York, we are walking with them, in the same colors, in the same web, in the same gold. This is not a jersey you wear for fashion. This is a war uniform, the same one our soldiers will wear on the pitch, the same one we will wear in the stands, the same one we will wear when the whistle blows and our hearts stop. So put it on. Wear it like your grandmother wore her wrapper to Makola at dawn. Wear it like Ananse wore his web in the moonlight. Wear it like a man going to battle for something older than himself. Yen Ara Assassini. Yen Ara Assassini. This land is ours. In 1720, 2 brothers watched a spider weave a web in the forest. In 1924, women built a market that refused to die. This summer, 11 men will walk onto a World Cup pitch wearing both stories on their chest. The wisdom of a god, the endurance of a mother, both held together by a single black star. This is not a kit. This is not a jersey. This is a continuation.
The Ghana Football Association I released a documentary via Omode Chirek Ghana Black Stars jersey Yekwaku Yuso World Cup 2026. On se bakon white, almost no ye away jersey, and a yellow one and also home jersey. Now Homa be Kokwana say be an mono. Nina omo actually chim. Na menya good storyteller ba me bubu di amount. I don't know omo website one. And yet here say omo say brothers me no be anu wa Ashanti region ba ko di amea. And ba ko di opoku. And omo ko hunting, omo ko hayo. Na hayo no omo ko ye no, sada no omo ko ye no. Omo anya hwe. Kokwana nse eno omo ko hu no. Omo kokwana nse no. Omo ko te ba bi din so omo hwe kokwana nse. Omo se kokwana nse e ko. Ode ne nanso we mo se ahoma ode nanso we na watwe abehye ha. Na watwe we na ode aba behye ha. Na wo hye ahoma no mfimfi ahoma bi stori mu na okọ. To mu study no mba fie no mo demonstrate ye. Ewo ntoma so. Ena mutime anyunu kente. And the so munyunu ntoma no wie no. Ena omo de ko kire den time Asante Hene. Asante Hene hwe ntoma no din ena otu din kente. Na omo si jersey na eya we jersey aye white. Ahoma no na ekwa na nsi ahoma no sa na wo hu. Ena blaster no e won fifia aso blaster no. Enti eno no ye shepe. E say wisdom akwa na nsi edi ma sa enuanu mienu no. Sa wisdom no edi bobo no. Ena ahoma no aso blaster no sa ahoma no so aso Ghana mu. E say togetherness. Yempa ba. Nkiti ye bekọ ye nim. Ena wo hwe ye yellow jersey nso a eno ye home jersey. Eno nso no mu de Makola market story na de ye. No mu see somewhere 1979 ho ba bi no. Ye the dynamite soldiers will be the dynamite ebubu Makola market. Ni nyina nso mu se maamefo ena ama economy ayedin. Enti omo no omo nya asem. Maamefo na mpa ba omo ye se omo besan ye Makola market no. Na omo ebekọ akwakodi omo dwa. Enti no omo kọ anopa ahomachi anadwo nyina. Ne du ba bi no omo kọ omo no omo mba ena economy mba na akwa support omo. Enti no Black Stars of Ghana za home jersey no e kire ye se sa Makola market spirit no maamefo na mpa ba no ye Black Stars of Ghana ye hye jersey na du kan hye 2 3 kra ye mpa ba ye ba betete ahyew ena asanso kire ye se sa jersey no ye hye never giving up spirit bi ehye mu wo because market ye bubugu ye market in 1924 ena mu bubugu ye 1979 ena maamefo no ye se no omo ntia se vim e kire se never giving up spirit ehye mu ye hye jersey na ena afenso maamefo no ikono munya mo ma bi omo ko support omo enso kire se Black Stars ikono they are not working alone omo any Ghana for and eko Ghana for ta omo achi ye kwa support omo enti se sa jersey no hu se ya shepe na spirit ayi womu no and na white one nso eno nso kwakwa na say wisdom na odi ma sa nuanom yenu no eno nso spirit ne techiri enti work up ne de Charlie ye kwa ne say yeko. The story no, se won tia see ya. Omo video na nkasa wo omo website which you share documentary ni. Very nice ah. Ade no tia on say story ni dey. Nice. Jesse na say do na feel say yeah is but omo story behind the Jesse no. Very entertaining and self-explanatory. Media so many. It's winning there.
Look here, have you ever wondered what's the concept behind this Ghanaian official jersey for this year's World Cup? And you might see Ashamajan and Black Sheriff all rocking it and you think it's just another Puma kit. But no, it's deeper than football. And then the concept comes from one of Ghana's greatest myth stories ever. And that story is Fuku Anansi, also known as the spider or the trickster, who symbolizes wisdom and intelligence without strength. This is the same Anansi who tricked bigger and stronger animals to win in every competition. This same Anansi found ways to win when he was in impossible situations, and it taught us to use our mind when the strength is not enough. Interestingly, when you have a look at the design, you start to understand it better. See, the design and the pattern embodies the Anansi mindset, which is smart and creative and always thinking one step ahead. And the football perspective shows exactly how Ghana plays sometimes. Sometimes we go into tournaments as underdogs, but never easy to beat by even the bigger nations. See, as Ghanaians, we are built with strength and resilience, with some level of smartness in us in every aspect of our lives. And Puma recognized it beautifully to create it and represent it on this year's World Cup jersey. Perfect. So next time you see this jersey, know that it's beyond football, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section about this design. And if you want one, feel free to DM me for yours before it goes to 500 Ghana cedis before the World Cup. And if you found this helpful and interesting in any way, feel free to hit the follow or the subscribe button. And Charlie,
wow, this is actually so beautiful to watch. The history of the Ghana jersey, how it came about. In fact, you guys need to share this video because the world needs to see this. You guys need to share this video, like the video, drop a comment, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for always watching. See you guys in the next one.